This is author Ellie Alexander, and I am so excited to be at Icicle Brewing in Leavenworth, Washington, the fictional and real setting for the Sloane Crouse Mysteries. Is a craft brewer, and I am here with Pam. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Can you talk a little bit about Icicle and how you got started? And let's start there. Yeah.
So it kind of went way back to my husband Oliver was a fifth generation hop farmer, and then we kind of eventually wanted to move to Leavenworth, and so his parents ended up retiring, and we all ended up moving here. And we opened München Haus, which is our little outdoor sausage grill beer garden.
Which is delicious.
And we loved craft beer and with the hop background. And we just thought it would be great to bring a brewery back to Leavenworth, because at that time we didn't have one. And so we decided to pursue building a brewery. So we built this in 2010 and opened in 2011.
And what was that process like?
Oh, very difficult. It was a huge project, and but we learned a lot, and researching was so fun. We went to Germany, brought our kids, and sampled a lot of beers, went to breweries all over. So. But that was the fun part.
And your beers also, so obviously you're in Leavenworth, which has this kind of Bavarian vibe, but you're also pulling a Northwest flavor into your beers too, right?
Yeah. So we at München Haus is definitely more Bavarian focused, and Icicle Brewing Company is more like Northwest, has more Northwest influences. All of our ingredients, except for some of our German malts, come from Washington State. 100% of our hops do, and so now we used to think that we would just stay in Leavenworth and be really small, but we've slowly organically grown, and so
yes, you have.
Now we distribute throughout Washington State.
That was going to be my next question. Yeah. I know that you've evolved into, and what is that process like to go from a relatively localized brewery to suddenly finding your product all over the state?
Yeah, well, I'm the president of the Washington Brewers Guild, which is great because I get to get out all throughout the state, and so I feel very involved in a lot of different communities just by getting to know different brewers all around the state. And so expanding our distribution statewide, it's been a great process for us, I think, because we have taken our time and haven't push growth. We've kind of just gone where the market focus is, and now we're actually building a production brewery.
Ooh,
so
that's exciting.
My husband busy. And so we're excited to expand our packaging options, and then just see where our growth takes us from there. So
that's so exciting. Production reminds me, what are your thoughts on cans versus bottles?
Yeah, so around here, since we are an outdoor community, cans seem to make more sense because they're a little more environmentally friendly, and as far as beer quality too, they actually keep the beer very fresh. They actually are so opaque that they don't let light in, whereas bottles can a little bit. Bottles are great too for more specialty beers, so we like both. I feel like they both have a purpose, but I'd say around here our focus is definitely going to switch to cans more because it's just a little bit more environmentally friendly and better for the beer.
And you can throw one in your backpack.
Yes,
and head out on a hike.
There are so many things to do around here. Hike, bike, float the river, so many things. So being in an outdoor community, it makes sense to expand our canning options. So.
As always, is it true? In the books, Sloane always talks about the fact that the vast majority of brewing is actually really cleaning.
Yes.
Yes.
And honestly, the few times they've let me help them brew, that's kind of what
you get stuck
the only thing I know how to do, and I don't even know how to do all of it. So it's
right. It's not just like you break out a scrub brush or something.
There's chemicals. You have caustics. You have acids. I recently learned how to line clean, so not only cleaning in the brew house, but to serve like really fresh craft beer, you need to have clean lines. Well, any beer.
Sure.
But so I just learned how to do that, and our brewmaster Dean and I are studying for the Cicerone exam to be a certified Cicerone. We have the entry level certified beer server, so we're really excited for that. So
that's so exciting.
I'm a hands-on learner, so I was like, I need to learn how to line clean. So our staff is great about letting me pop in and learn everything that I can. So
that leads me to another question. You know, one of the things that I was not necessarily surprised about, but I was heartened to learn when researching the series and craft brew in general is I think sometimes people have this myth that there's a lot of like competition between craft brewers.
Yeah.
But I found in talking to a lot of craft brewers that there's collaboration that goes on as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So with my work with the Brewers Guild, I've noticed that so much that one of our mission statement components is brewer networking, and so we have like an online forum, and it's amazing to watch what happens on there. Like if you send out a post that you need hops, there's 5 other breweries. They're like, oh yeah, I have some, come pick it up, or I'll run it to the brewery, and so I really feel that our industry is very collaborative, and right now we have over 400 breweries in Washington State.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's independent craft breweries, and so it's a growing industry. But I think part of the growth that's been so great is that because we are so collaborative and still very small, everyone just works so well together, and we actually do have actual collaborations where right now we have one on tap that we did with Wander in Bellingham, and
where you're brewing together.
Literally
Literally
are collaborating. And we've done one with Drew Brew, several other breweries. So
that's amazing.
It's awesome.
Since we talked about hops, and you know you have a family legacy of hop farming.
Yeah.
There are hop shortages, and that's kind of a plot point in the first book in the series, Death on Tap. What happens if you run out of hops, or how do you get your hops?
Yeah, so now what's great is you can kind of plan ahead because you can get contracts. A lot of brewery operations, it really does involve planning, and so you hope that you've planned enough, but sometimes you have like maybe a certain beer that catches on, and like for us, our kickstand is a Citra Pale Ale, and
love that.
I love it too. And it's only 4.8%. So it's real light.
It's a nice day drinking beer.
And with that one, you can't make a Citra hot beer unless you have Citra hops. So we really had to plan ahead for that. But that is where like the Brewers Forum is great. So if you are short on a certain style, so many times another brewery has extra of that, or maybe they'll want to trade for a certain type, and that's why it is important to keep supporting our hop industry in our state so that they can keep producing hops. And I know in Washington, D.C., one of the things that we've pushed there as a legislative agenda is funding hop research. Because the brewing world is always evolving, and so styles are evolving. You never know. With New England IPAs, all the hazy IPAs, that's a whole nother different hop market.
Right.
So.
All right. So these are going to be some fun, quick questions. So just answer whatever comes to mind. Okay. Favorite hop?
Oh, I would say probably Cascade.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I love Citra too. I'd say old style Cascade and new style Citra.
Beautiful. Craziest beer you've ever tasted?
Oh, before our Dark Persuasion.
Oh, you should talk about Dark Persuasion for a second.
Let's see. I would say, I'd say like the chili beers. Because you're not expecting that hotness.
And then you're like, wow.
Those are probably the craziest. Yeah.
Where would you stash the evidence here at Icicle?
Oh, I would say in the spent grain. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Haul it out.
Gone.
Don't use this against me later.
Book or movie?
Oh, I'd say book, then movie.
Yes, good answer. Lederhosen? Yes or no?
Oh yes,
Oh,
always.
yes, always.
Yes, yeah. Dirndls and Lederhosen are thumbs up.
Thumbs up to that.
I own about 50, so
So, yeah.
not personally, but for
Yeah,
ours,
right.
so.
And your staff are always in
Not
attire.
always,
No,
only on
okay.
the festival.
Only on the
Yeah.
festival. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So you don't usually walk around town.
No, no. Sometimes I'll pop it out.
I just got murder weapon of choice.
Oh, this is tough.
I know. Put you on the
Probably
spot.
poison.
Oh yeah. Easy. Old school.
Yeah, old school.
Like the hops.
Yeah. Less blood.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down with that. Favorite beer style?
Oh, I would say definitely IPA, but I also, it really did, I like to switch it up. I get bored easy, so
Yeah.
I like to it's like picking a favorite child.
I just said that.
One every day.
Yeah. Beer pairs best with?
I think any food. Some of my favorites are Thai food, cheese, desserts.
Ah.
So kind of everything.
Yes. Everything. And last but not least, the best thing about working in craft beer.
Oh, I
is
see the people.
the people.
Yeah, we have amazing employees, the customers, and fellow brewers. That's definitely the people.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
So nice to meet you.